Assalamualaikum everyone, this is me Rubania, E-commerceWali, and I am very excited and honored for today's conversation. And today our guest is Erika Wonder Hoven, a confident coach, award-winning speaker, and former educator who spent more than 30 years helping student and find their voice, and now helps women build confidence and show up with courage and authenticity. We are grateful to have her with us today. So, hi, Erika.
Hi, Rubania. How are you doing?
I am also fine. What about you?
I'm well, thank you. And thank you for having me on this podcast. Thank you for approaching me. I really appreciate this.
Welcome, Erika.
Mm.
Okay, so Erika, my first question. You spent many years in education. What inspired to help people find their voice?
Okay, I believe that every child deserves to be seen, to be really seen, not only in the classroom, but to be really seen, truly be seen. So I grew up and I was watching kids while I was a teacher, and the kids were only shrinking because adults did not listen to them. And I decided very early, right, this is not the kind of teacher that I'm going to be. So education was not just about the curriculum. It was about giving the young people permission to speak, to be themselves, to see them, to try, to fail, and to try again. And that is why I was involved also in the life skills department to give that emotional and psychological support to the kids. And that belief shaped basically everything that I've done for more than 3 decades.
Okay, that's great, Erika. And Erika, my next question: after retirement, what made you feel my purpose will is still alive? I am not done yet.
So after my retirement, I started to travel, but when I got home back from all the traveling, it was about 3 months into retirement. I was kind of hitting the wall. It wasn't burnout, not boredom, but more like an identity crisis. For more than 30 years, I knew exactly who I was. I was a teacher, principal, a leader, and people actually came to me. People needed me, and my calendar proved that. But then retirement came. There was no meetings, no students, no staff looking for answers from me, no parents calling me for anything. And then I thought, who am I if no one needs me? And that question terrified me. So I built my entire sense of worth around being needed, around serving other people, leading, showing up for others. And then I realized, but I can still make an impact. This is not the end. So I stumbled upon some coaching, online coaching, and I decided to attend it. And that was when it hit me. I can still make a difference. I still have purpose. I can still make an impact. My purpose did not retire when I retired from a formal job. And I just needed to find a new audience. So I wasn't done being needed. I was done waiting for someone else to tell me that I still matter. So my calling didn't end there. It actually expanded.
Okay, Erika. And Erika, my next question: how did your transition from educator to online coaching change your life?
Okay, my biggest shift was letting go of the certainty. In education, I had a structure, a system, a roadmap. But online, there was no syllabus. There was no bell ringing at a certain time. There was no blueprint. And I had to learn to trust myself without any external validation. No one was checking in. There was no curriculum that I could follow. It was just me, my message, and the screen. And that stripped down simplicity was actually terrifying. But at the same time, it was freeing.
Okay, that's great, Erika. And my next question. In the beginning, what fear challenged you the most?
Okay, my biggest fear, my biggest challenge was being judged by people who knew me before, former colleagues, my family, the community members. And I kept thinking, what will they say when they see me on camera? Sorry.
No problem.
You will be able to cut that out, no?
Yes.
So I kept thinking, what will they say when they see me on camera talking about confidence or anything else, any online business? I fear looking foolish in front of the people who once respected me. That almost stopped me before I started. And I had to make a decision. Do you want to stay small and safe? Or do you want to step forward and risk everything? Risk your reputation. And I have chosen to move forward. The other fear that I had was competing with the younger generation. I mean, they know more tech and they are more experienced and they are in the online business for longer than I am. And I had to compete with them. So those were my challenges, my fears.
Okay. Okay. So my next question. How did it feel when showing up on camera became difficult for you?
Can you please repeat the question?
Sure, Radhika. My question: How did it feel? How did it feel when showing up on camera? So became difficult for you?
How did it feel to show up on camera and it
Yes.
yes, it looks messy, showing up on days that you don't feel like it and posting when your hands are shaking, speaking when your voice is actually shaking. It's doing the thing before you believe that you can do. So I started with that, and I had to push through.
Okay. So my next question: What helps you keep taking small but brave step forward?
um, I stopped waiting to feel ready. I started showing up before I felt confidence. So I started doing short videos. I started shaking imperfect posts, but I treated the visibility like a skill and not a feeling. So I was doing the things although I did not feel confident.
Okay, so that's great. And Arika, my next question: You say confidence in something you build. What does that process look like?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Sure, Radhika. My question: You say confidence is something you build. What does the process look like?
The process looks messy.
Okay.
And showing up before you believe that you can do that. Confidence isn't something that arrives like a light bulb moment. It grows in tiny acts of courage that you repeat over and over. One post, one video, one conversation. That's the journey.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so my next question: How did your personal struggle lead to called confident coaching?
I couldn't find what I needed, so I started to build it. So I searched everywhere for mentors that really understood my struggles. And I didn't really find the support. And then I found a speaking mastermind online. It was a safe space where I could practice, where I could mess up and try again and show up imperfectly and not be judged for it. And that experience changed everything. And for the first time, I had the permission to be a beginner again and not an experienced person, to stumble over my words, to restart a sentence 3 times, to be seen in my struggle. People could understand and support me. And I realized that this was actually what's missing, not more strategy, not another framework, but a safe place to practice being visible before the world is watching. That is when Called and Confident was born, from my own fears and my refusal to let go of this whole thing, from knowing that what it felt like freezing in front of the camera, from needing that space that just didn't exist yet. I became the mentor I was searching for, and I built this community that I desperately needed before.
Okay, that's great, Erika. And Erika, my next question: why do many women, especially coaches, hide behind perfection?
Okay, women, because we were taught that our value depends on being flawless. We learned early that mistakes equal failure, imperfection equals unworthiness. So we need to be polished, we edit all the time, we delay, we try to be perfect, and we call that preparation. But really, it's protection. So that protectionism keeps us safe from judgment. It also keeps us invisible. So female coaches especially feel this way. You find it less in male coaches. But we were told to be experts, but also be likable and also be humble. And that's an impossible standard that community, that the world is setting for us. So we hide until we feel ready enough. Now, I just want to tell you that feeling will never come. So you better start doing something.
Okay, so my next question, Erika, was there a time you felt like quitting? What made you continue?
I felt like quitting many times, many times. There was low engagement, crickets on my post, and I was really struggling online. And I thought, maybe I'm too old. Maybe no one wants what I'm actually offering. And then I get surprises where women are saying, that live video of you really finally help me to go live. Thank you for that. Or that one session that I had with you changed everything for me. And that it cost only one person, one impact. And that reminded me, I'm not here for everyone. I'm here for only those people who really needs to hear my message. So that kept me going. And every time I want to quit, I ask myself, after quitting, and then, what then? So I kept going.
Okay, that's great, Erika. And my next question: how is confidence in classrooms different from confidence online?
In a classroom, confidence is face to face, and it's in something that you see immediately.
Yes.
You see the reaction, you read the room, you adjust in real time. But online, you are speaking into a void. There's no nods, there's no real eye contact, no really energy and exchange. You post, you wait. You go live to silence. You share your heart and you hear nothing. That requires a different kind of courage online. Classroom confidence relies on connection. Digital confidence requires trust without any feedback. So both are skills. Neither is automatic, but you need to build on that.
Yes. Good answer. And my next question, what role does vulnerability play in authentic confidence?
Vulnerability is actually confidence. Not the polished, not the um, performance kind of confidence, the real kind of confidence. So when you admit that you are struggling with something, you give actually permission to other people to do the same. Then they can also be themselves. They can be authentic. When you share your imperfections, you build actually the trust because people can resonate with you. So confidence without vulnerability feels fake, kind of like a performance. It's not authentic. So true confidence says, I'm still learning, I'm still growing, and I'm showing up in any way, even if I'm not ready, I don't feel ready. And that's a kind of confidence that people follows because they can resonate with that.
Okay, that's amazing. And Arika, my next question, like as an award winning speaker, what have stages taught you about change?
Okay, that courage isn't the absence of fears. To stand on a stage, even Zoom is a stage for you. So that courage isn't the absence of fear. People still fear that. But that fear means moving forward with the fear, moving through the fear. And every time I step on a stage, the nerves show up every single time. But I've learned that my message matters more than my comfort. So I pushed through. Speaking taught me this. Your voice is a gift. It's not a guarantee. So you need to use it while you can use it.
Okay, that's great. And my next question, what message do you love sharing with students and communities?
With the students and the communities, my main message is that you don't need to have it all figured out to start. Young people today carry a lot of enormous pressure, actually. They think they need to be perfect and they need to plan everything perfect before they can take the step one. And I tell them, you need to start messy, start scared, just start. Your voice matters now, not when you are older, not when you are wiser or more polished. You need to start now, and you need to know your values. You need to know your purpose. That is the main message that I am giving out to the community and to students. Mainly purpose, and don't wait for perfection. You can be great now. You are at the right place at the right time.
Okay, so my next question, who has inspired or supported you the most in your journey?
My family and my friends, the people that I feared would see me on online and criticize me, they showed me that I can do that with their support. That quiet strength is actually what you need. Not big platforms, not loud opinions, just the truth when it matters, that conviction when others wavered. They taught me confidence isn't volume, it's just conviction. So when I doubted myself, they believed in me, not with words, but just with their presence, being there for me and supporting me online. They saw my purpose before I did, and they believe in me and they support me, and that changed everything.
Okay, wow, amazing. And my next question, what is one common myth people have about confidence?
that confident people don't feel fear. And I need to tell you today, that's a big misconception. Confident people, they still fear. Confident people feel that fear, but they react anyway. They take that step. Confidence isn't the absence of doubt. It's the decision to move forward despite that doubt, that fear that you have. People think that I'll be confident when I'm not afraid anymore. And that's not the truth. You'll be confident when you act while you are afraid. And that's the truth.
That's amazing. And my next question, what would you say to a woman who feels I am not ready yet?
My message to that woman will be, you will never feel ready. Let's face that.
Great message.
Ready is a feeling that that you will be chasing for. Yes, that.
Okay, so Erika, my next question, which habit or mindset shift help you grow the most?